Welcome back, everyone, to Neyyah. We've just finished our first trip to the old guard tower. We've got some new information there, as well as a couple items. We know that's now where the Neyyah console is going to be, where we're going to lower it from. But we need to get some symbols first. It's going to be a whole thing. So I'm going to make my way to Skarliti Towers. We're going to do that by using our Pelska portal here. And we are going to directly teleport like so. Alright, so there's a lot to do here. Let's head on down. First things first, I'm going to return to the watershed control tower, whatever that is, because we now have the key necessary to use it. We already had the Paida, we already had the signals from doing the other stuff, the green lights here. We just need a key to operate it. So it is here, Skarliti key. Now we are able to pull that lever out. Alright, when we look out the window, we see it is now flooded with beautiful clear water. I want to look down, thank you. Yep, it's all flooded now. Which is why we had to take care of this crystal shield as well as the fuse down here before we could flood the zone, because otherwise we'd have no way to get back down there, and there's no way to unflood the towers. So all of that is now finished. We are going to be able to operate the elevators. First I need to turn them on. The microphone signals have been sent, but I haven't pressed the button. So we're going to press the button over here. Once again, your confirmation, this is the Skarliti Towers symbol above the door, which is how I knew the answer to the puzzle from last time. Alright. We're going to press the button here. We've received the microphone signals. And let's double check on the computer that everything is complete. The levitation system is activated. We're good. And of course the plasma shield is active. We cannot unactivate it. We're now ready to operate the elevator. But first, the secret button. We could not open this panel last time we were here, but now that we've operated the Volk Tower signals, we can open this panel up and see another triangle. This is the Volk Tower triangle for Skarliti Towers. It's all green. We've got this sun position here. It's right in the center. Remember, our order is red, blue, green, yellow. So we red, the sun position is to the left. Green is in the center. We need two more. Skarliti Tower symbol. And the temperature, I believe, this symbol here is 3, this symbol is 2, so 23. Again, I don't know what the temperature is being measured in. If it's Celsius, it's somewhat warm. Comfortably warm, not too hot, not too, but not cold at all. But it could be a measurement that they use, Fazaltian measurement. It could be Kelvin, you never know. We actually don't need the temperature number at all, it's just there. We only need the sun position thing. Alright, let's get across here. And upstairs. And there's the Volk Tower. We can see the actual thing all the way out here. And then around us, we've got these two towers and one over to our left. Now, according to the map, these are our, there's towers. According to the description of the Paida harvesting, I believe, like, these two were levitation crane things, and then this was some other sort of Paida mechanism. They had a purpose aside from regular towers, just existing as watchtowers. But they no longer serve their original purpose. That has all faded away. Now we're going to do something else with them. Let's head on in. And we see more computers. Nothing to be done here. This seems to be showing us a crystal, an orange crystal just hanging out. And we can't use that computer yet. We can use this one here. Haida case access code provided by Green Mountain Systems. Well, I hope you wrote down your PSF numbers, because that's what we need here. I've written them down in this piece of paper, because there's no way I memorized all of this. So the PSF reader number for the green Haida is 320.93. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There you go. Now we can get in. We need to use a Haida. There's not much left in the way of Haidas, so it's the green one, because that's what we had to do the computer with. And now, we've activated some kind of crystal. What is it? We'll see here. We've activated the heater server's walkway light system, as well as crystal poles. This device sends live data to the heater server camera system located on camera sector. So the heater server symbol that we need to lower the Neyyah is being given through the camera system, which we've just activated at the heater servers. We still haven't gotten the Trondi numbers, mostly because of my laziness, but once we get that, we can actually fully complete the heater server puzzle. Just been putting it off because I've been doing other things. I live my life. I have fun. Alright, that's everything we do in this tower. Nothing else going on. Whatever purpose it served in the past is long gone. We have the Binoxi or whatever. I think there's the Ologerian stuff. There's the Binoxi face. The eye is there. Some kind of thing. Completely taken over by Ologerians. Apparently its only purpose is now to operate cameras. And we can take a look out into the endless water. And now let's go all the way to the far end here. And this tower is going to have the same deal. We've got our Binoxi symbols here. There's nothing else going on in the tower. Camera power system. We've got a computer we can look at. And this one is asking for the PSF reader for a red Haida. And that one's going to be the number 584.34. Oh, too far. There we are. And it's going to ask for our final Haida of the game. That was weird. There's a little bug. Okay, good. I was hoping not to have bugs going on, but whatever. Now that that is complete, we should be able to open this. Camera power system activation monitor. Cameras installed. We have 10 crane cameras. We've seen plenty of those about. And 2 crystal block mech cameras. None of them are active. So we're going to press these to turn them on. Now the cameras are active. And the views are available at the Banox computer on Lab HQ. So we need to head back to Lab HQ to see what these are looking at. Now we can figure out most of what we need to without ever looking at those camera views, but they can be helpful. They give us a lot better view of what we've figured out using plain old elbow grease. And it helps us out with a couple other puzzles. Okay, never mind. There we go. This direction. Last tower. This is not going to require a Haida because we are out of Haidas. This is the Neyyah zone elevator. Neyyah zone is where we want to go. So let's take a look inside. Neyyah elevator inactive. Connections. Ocean portals running at full speed. Access to the Neyyah point A destination is currently closed. But I'm going to activate that. And now it is open. So we can use the elevator in the center of Skarliti Towers to get to the Neyyah zone, the only place we have yet to go to. This direction. And we're done up here. Nothing left to do at the top. We can just head back down. And let's try this elevator in the center now. And it works. We're being sent through the ocean portal above us. We shall shortly arrive at the Neyyah zone. And there she is. A huge plant. Just kept in this location. I guess it's because it's better for the plant or something. This plant that the Ologerians are now using rather than the Visaltians. They basically commandeered it. Just built this shrine to it. So I guess the plant thrives best in this open area, and then when it's time to collect the spores, it's transported back to the heater servers through another ocean portal. Alright. There's actually a special view we can get if we turn at this point and look down. We can actually see a box down here with something on it. It's not much, but this gives you an achievement. Alright, Neyyah activation console. Requires a key. And unfortunately, we do not have the proper key. It's not the Skarliti key, that's used up. It's not the dome key, that's used the dome. And it's not the spare key. This requires the key that is inside the safe that we're holding onto. So we need to finish that puzzle over at the Spore Docks before we can activate the Neyyah. Let's see, Neyyah positions, point A is the Neyyah zone, that's where we are. Then it goes through this bad boy to the heater chamber, point B. More data is available in Neyyah Plat System 1, which is in the Lab HQ. Neyyah spores. The Neyyah plant grows spores, which have become a crucial component in the growth and protection of our community. They are grown here at the Neyyah zone before being collected at the Neyyah heater chamber, which has replaced the old heaters still present at the Neyyah zone. The Neyyah, which cradles the Neyyah plant, provides nutrients, enabling the most efficient spore growth. And then spore delivery. On Neyyah Site 28, spores are collected at the Neyyah heater chamber and sent to the Spore Docks, where a spore pump delivery portal system is constructed, ready to send spores to Oloj. While the Shruyuki portal technology is still in use for the chute system set up at the Neyyah heater chamber, an old rail cart system once used for the delivery of Paitas is in the process of being closed down permanently, along with the Shruyuki portal that the cart still runs through. Yep, that's all very good. It'll be on the test. So, can't do anything here. We gotta head back to Skarliti Towers. Okay. Good news is we are done with Skarliti Towers. There's nothing left to do in this location. It's just used to get to the Neyyah zone, which I will only come back for once I have the key to open the Neyyah console. So in the meantime, my next step is going to be taking care of the information that we sent to the Lab HQ computers. I was going to say this stuff, but I'm going to get the information so I can head... no, I'm going to go to Spore Docks first. Spore Docks and then Lab HQ. And the reason, I just forgot this as I was speaking, is currently the Jatuk portal technology is sending me to the Spore Docks through the blue portal. When I go back to Lab HQ, I'm going to switch it back to Penorvia Point, because we won't need the Spore Docks anymore. So let's take care of Spore Docks first. And then I don't have to worry about that thing. I don't think I'll ever use the blue portal for its intended purpose in any way, but it'll be nice to get rid of that swap back and forth thing going on. So let's head over this to the left. We're going to get to Penorvia Point, right? But not Penorvia Point, the Spore Docks. This is the one that switches. We will need Penorvia Point again, but not Spore Docks after I have my way with it. Alright, so we're back. What we want is to put the safe in the minecart, which should be here, since we sent the minecart through the portal at the harbor zone. Oh, excuse me. Hello. Goodbye. Get out of here. Yeah, you too. Alright. So we got a minecart here. We can't look inside or do anything with it now, but if we pull this lever, it's going to raise the minecart. And now let's look inside. And for some reason, only in this spot, we can put in the metal safe. Having done so, we can send it back to the harbor zone, where we can collect the key. Alright, we're done here. Now let's figure out the colors for this console, right? The console is going to currently show us that the Spore Docks entrance is active, but not the Pelorian portal. Now, what happens if I try to turn both of these consoles off? So let's go to this console here, and let's just shut it off. When I do that, it doesn't actually turn this one on. So with both of them off, when I check the console again, I see this. The Pelorian portal symbol is now red, and the Spore Dock symbol is purple. So, the crystal mech block with this symbol needs a purple crystal, and that purple crystal is going to be at the higher point, and this crystal, or at the Pelorian portal symbol at Skarliti Island, is going to be red, and it's going to be at the lowest spot. I think that's how it is. It turns out that the position of the crystal is just whichever position the other crystals aren't. So that makes it a little bit easier to tell if you got it right. Alright, and now we are officially done with the Spore Docks. We never need to come back here for any reason. So let's set ourselves up to leave. And then we're going to go to Lab HQ now and take care of all of the rest of our business there. Well, all the rest of our business so far. We might have to make another trip back. We'll see. Alright, to the lab. Which is going to be... This is the fastest way to the lab, so we're just going to head all the way down. Going the other sort of back route takes you to the back side of Glorfiak Mines, which is actually a longer route to get here. Right. Hopefully this is the last time I gotta make my way to this lab, if I haven't forgotten anything. We gotta press the button every time we want to go up. Alright, we want to switch the Jatuke portal, we want to check the Neyyah activation console stuff, and we want to check the cameras. I think those are the three things we have to do. We might have to check some other stuff, but I will just make sure we're doing that. So let's take a look at this computer here. Portal activity, we don't need console data. Yes, and also the voltage data. So Jatuke portal shift, let's send it back to Penorvia Point. Now, we don't ever have to do this. We can always use our Pelska portal to go to Penorvia Point, because even if the Jatuke shift is here, we can always teleport with the Pelska portal to this location. But it's more inconvenient to do that, so I'm going to set it up like so. The voltage data now should be clear. We can read the Trondi counts. So the Trondi count for the Skarliti Island symbol is 24. The voltage data for Penorvia Point is 15. For Skarliti Towers is 10. And for Glorfiak Mines is 7. So 24, 15, 10, 7. Remember also the colors. This is red, blue, green, and yellow. And these numbers have to be multiplied. We saw a note that said the red needs to be multiplied by 4, blue by 3, green by 2, yellow by 1. So we're going to multiply 24 by 4. That makes 96. 15 multiplied by 3 is 45. 10 multiplied by 2 is 20. And then 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. 96, 45, 20, 7. Those are our final numbers for the heater servers. Let's check the cameras. Right, they're now all working. Mostly. This one has attention required. Unable to detect camera visual input. Alternative camera system has been set up to receive a classified camera view. This is a crane camera at a classified location. This is, I believe, at the old guard tower, which is why it's not being shown. It says it's an error, but Vamir likely shut off the camera to prevent it from revealing a classified location. This is the crane camera at the arrival sector. This is the camera necessary to send the heater server symbol, whatever it is, because this is the camera it's looking for on those binoculars. The other symbols, the crystal block mech ones, are these. And so the other binoculars are waiting for these symbols to be sent. And it won't be currently because we need to put the crystals in them before anything can happen. that one. So here we've got camera signals showing the location symbols. This is the one at elevator sector, which is Skarliti Towers. We've seen this. We're just now seeing it from the angle of the camera. This one here, Lab HQ sectors, Galorthiak Mines, is the clock, which says 10:30 basically. This is the clock saying 1:30 or whatever. This is the one in the camera sector, or Panorvia Point. It's at the Pelska Shrine. And this one has no camera signal. So we can't see it. But we can infer that it's whatever the Felitu Island symbol is, and we can get that symbol via other means, one of which is the Volk Tower panel, or you can just do trial and error. That's how you get those symbols. And then here we see the Olagerian symbols as well as their colors. Skarliti Towers green. Now this is a camera that's at the Neyyah Spore collection pools apparently. Same with this one. And these, I believe these are the ones on the Toledo portals. I'm pretty doggone sure that's the camera, the crane cameras I've seen. If it's not these, there's another symbol somewhere. This is the most obvious. It's a Toledo portal triangle. It's just, there's this visual effect on the edges that can look confusing, especially if you're looking at this on a small screen. But I'm pretty sure these are the ones we've seen on the Toledo portals. So there you go. Those are all the symbols we see, and it's good to see all of this up close and in one spot in case you're having trouble parsing all the symbols, because we do need to match up these symbols to these ones. These ones here, we just need to do the puzzles at those locations, and then it will automatically handle the symbols once we send them. We don't have to do anything else after that point. Pretty sure that's all we need out of the system today. Let's also check. I think this computer is good. We don't need to do anything on it. That's that. Activation status. Symbol is still required, so we can't do anything here. And the binocular activity, the location of the binocular power is currently at Galorthiak Mines, which is where we want it. Yep, that's everything there. Cool. We're done with the lab. Let's get out of here. And I am going to go back to the signal tower that is here in Galorthiak Mines. Because now that we have the cameras activated, we should be able to do something there. Because when we went to the signal towers last time, the one here as well as the signal tower at Panorvia Point, they were waiting for camera signals before we could do anything. Now that we have the cameras activated, and we know what the cameras are pointing at, we should be able to solve the puzzles that are in there. And by puzzles, I'm really stretching the definition, because this is pretty rote. The biggest puzzle is how to activate it. Once it's activated, it's not really a struggle to figure out what the symbols should be. So let's go through the back route. This will actually be faster. We want to head this way. And there we are. No camera signal and the colors. So you might think the no camera signal means we screwed up. In fact, that's what I thought first time I saw this. I thought, it's over. But recall that beforehand it said camera signal required. No camera signal is different. And on the cameras we just saw at the Lab HQ, one of the cameras wasn't working. There was no camera signal, and it should have shown the Felitu Island symbol. So this is actually the Felitu Island symbol, which is matched to red, which is correct. And the order is always red, blue, green, yellow. Red, blue, well, that's at that. Red, green, red, blue, green, yellow. Red, this is Panorvia Point, that's blue, green, yellow. And that's that. So now it's got a connection error. It's unable to retrieve signal from Lab HQ portal. Jalud signal lost. But I want to set it to here. And now one of two signal transmissions has been received at the Ludwig Tower. So that's what we want to do. That's the end of that. So the other signal tower we should be able to do the same thing at. Roughly, it's a slightly different puzzle, but it's the same basic idea at Panorvia Point next time we go. But we're not going to head to Panorvia Point for a little bit. I'm not going to head over there till I'm actually putting in the crystals for the block mechs. So I'm going to finish off the Glorfiak mines by going down to the bottom, because there's a Volk Tower panel that we can get into now. It's behind us, I believe. We have to go around. Not there. Outside. At this table, we can press the button, and now we open the panel instantaneously, and we have the Volk panel for yellow, which I remind you is the final symbol. So the fourth symbol is the sun just past the center. So it starts here for red. There's blue we don't know yet. The green's in the center, and yellow is here. There's your Glorfiak mine symbol, and the temperature here looks like this is a 2 and that's a 4, so 24. It seems like a nice, comfortable temp. Nice day for a picnic. Although, it's cloudy, but not too cloudy. It looks like it should be colder. Like, I don't know. If I'm assuming the numbers are, like, Celsius, I would assume that it's actually more like 10 degrees. Like, this just looks, to me, like the day is about 10 degrees outside. And for my American friends, that's 50 degrees. My secret to transferring between Celsius and Fahrenheit is not actually to do the math, but just to memorize the degrees of 10. So 0 degrees Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit, 10 degrees is 50, 20 is 68, stuff like that. Anyway, let's head back. Why am I telling you this? Completely irrelevant to the game. I just thought I should try to make you think I'm a little smarter than I am. Okay, so we've finished with Glorfiak Mines. I want to leave, but I'm not going to go back the long way. I'm going to head back to the Sedation Chamber. And I believe this says Sedation Chamber if we check out our translated glasses. Sedation Chamber. Yeah, that's what that says. And then the number 1. Because there's a Pelska portal in here, or a Pelska portal spot in here. Right there. Let's pull that guy out. Alright, so we're actually getting pretty close to finishing ourselves off. Finishing off all of the puzzles we need to do. Skarliti Towers is done, we just need the key. To get the key, we need to go to Filitu Island, which is here. While I go to Filitu Island, I might as well input the Trondi numbers while I'm at it. I'm pretty sure that's all I gotta do. Trondi numbers and the key from the safe, which will let me go here and activate the Neyyah console. I also want to put in the crystal for the crystal block mech while I'm here. Then I want to go to Penorvia Point and put in the crystal block mech there and activate the signal tower. So I want to do all that stuff in the next video. For now, thank you so much for watching. I'm just gonna head in so I'm not staring at the picture. We'll take care of all those puzzles in the next video. I'll see you then. Hope you're all having a good one, and goodbye.